got us live yet.
There we go.
Oh, it's recording. It's recording. Yo. What's the deal? What's happening? This is your boy Hannibal, doing a special edition, Faded Expression. Welcome. We got quite a bit to cover, a little bit, because of the simple fact of situations be popping up every 48 hours. Stuff is coming up, and we just had some breaking news, some sad news to announce if you don't already know. Chadwick, am I saying his name? Boseman?
Chadwick Boseman.
My bad. Chadwick Boseman just passed away at the age of 43. Rest in peace, Black Panther.
Yes, sir. Wakanda.
You know, I remember his roles. See, I might not get his government name right, but I know he's Black Panther. He was James Brown. He was Jackie Robinson.
Yeah,
he was just in the Spike Lee joint. He was just in and I just saw that the week it came out on Netflix.
The Five Bloods.
Five Bloods.
Yeah.
Gotta hold all that damn gold. So, but I don't want to spoil it if y'all ain't seen it. But anyway, so he was a damn good actor. And I noticed that he started losing weight. But see, when I saw him losing weight, I thought he was doing a 50, losing weight because of, 50 Cent when he was losing weight for a movie role.
A movie role, right.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's doing it for a movie role. I didn't think he was really sick. But then when I just read the article, if you go on TMZ, it says that he was diagnosed 4 years ago. Now, mind you, he passed away at 43. So he was 39 when he was first diagnosed. And he was already in stage 3.
And he still was making those movies because he was 40 when they shot Black Panther.
Yeah. So he came into I was like, wow, I did not know, like,
crazy.
He was a soldier. You had to give it to him. He was a soldier, though. But I noticed, like, within the last year, he started losing a lot of weight. And so I'm like, wow.
His neck got real skinny on a Twitter video, I think he did. He did it on Jackie Robinson Day to give a shout out to Jackie Robinson. That's when I noticed his neck was, like, real skinny. I was like, is he losing weight for a role, or is there something going on, or what?
Yeah, because he was on.
Never announced he was sick. They never announced.
Never announced it. No. He never. You didn't hear him complain. He was on. He did a commencement speech for some college. I seen highlight of that. What was that last year? I think it was 2018, 2019. He spoke at a college. He did a commencement speech. But anyway, our thoughts and prayers go to him and his family. They say he passed away at home.
At home with his wife and his family by his side. So he was
so at least he didn't suffer. And so our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. And pray that they, make it through. Wow. So
I was looking forward to Black Panther Part 2.
Yeah, man. And I'm wondering, did they shoot any of that before? I'm wondering, did they shoot any of that?
I'm hoping they shot some of it so that way they could like CGI him into the rest of it. But
yeah, me and the family went to go see Black Panther, and so to find out that he won't be in Black Panther 2.
Yeah, wow. That's crazy. It's kind of like I don't know if you watch Spartacus: Blood and Sand.
Yeah.
That guy died too. And like during they had to replace him with a whole nother actor to finish out the series. The guy who played Spartacus, because he had cancer. He had leukemia, and he had beat it. Wow. Went into remission, came back, was healthy, was strong, and then it came back even stronger, and it took him out. I was like, whoa.
But we're gonna have to do because we jumped on here for another purpose. But I don't want to get too deep into because we actually that should be our next topic. We need to talk about health because he's the youngest person I ever heard. He's the youngest person I ever heard that passed away that young of colon cancer. Because
let me look up the guy from Spartacus real quick, see how young he was. Because he was pretty young too.
And see, don't ask me nothing about leukemia. I don't know nothing about how that functions. I know that the colon is connected to the intestines. It's actually how you digest all your food, and that comes from like you eat a lot of meat. They say meat, smoking,
a lot of red
alcohol,
meat.
huh?
Yeah, a lot of red meat.
A lot of red meat. You got to cook black folks, we known to cook our food now. I've been in places where I've seen white people toss their steak 2 times and take it off the grill.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be eating nothing with no blood in it. I don't know why they think that's so cool. That is nasty.
But see, they system is made for that. That's a whole nother subject. Hey, a lot of people, some people's systems are made for that. Because think about it. There are, and I'm gonna just say of the European race, they live with colon. The way they eat, they don't get colon cancer until they don't die from colon cancer until they damn near 80.
Yeah, 75, 80 years old.
Yeah, and years.
Their system is used to it. Their
system is a little different, but we ain't gonna. We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna talk about that next week. So
rumor has it that they're not fully human. But
exactly. You know what I mean? Talk is mountains. But that's the subject for next week.
What's his name? The actor from Spartacus. He was 39. He was 39 when he
was 39. See, I don't know about leukemia though. You could be born with leukemia though, can't you?
I think so.
Yeah, that's a little different. And I don't know enough to see if colon cancer is something that is something that you can catch. That is it hereditary enough where you can catch it early? See, I don't know too much about that, but
he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he had it for 18 months. Wow, it took him out quick. 18 months.
Pancreas
18 months after. 18 months after he was diagnosed.
Wow, man. But let's talk about So
what are we talking about? We talking about the NBA?
Let's talk about the boycott. The definition of a boycott. Now,
yeah. I think the NBA players are confused.
I got my reserve. I think the players. Now, to me, the players, I really do think they got good intentions. I think it's the owners. I smell the owners in this because I was talking to a friend. I'm like, explain why the Lakers and the Clippers. Matter of fact, they just gave a statement saying they wasn't expecting to play again this year. So
the Lakers and Clippers were ready to walk out for the rest of the season.
and which I thought would have been on point. I said, okay, if they don't play for the rest, I can accept that. Even though I'm a Bucks fan, I'm hey.
I'm a basketball fan.
Yeah, I'm a basketball fan, period. But I'm saying this was the year I really believe Giannis would get that chip. And for him, for everybody to walk away, I thought this would have been a time that was well worth it. I thought this would have been well worth it, and I would have been rooting for it, even though deep down I'd have been like, oh my, because getting there 1 year is one thing, but next year, you don't know with the trades and the free agency, who loses.
Everybody back at full strength, right?
Yeah, injuries. You don't know what next year can hold. This might be their shot. So
close.
To give that up is a hell of a sacrifice. But boycott, withdraw from commercial or social relations with a country, organization, or person as a punishment or a protest. Now, and I think it could go a little deeper than that. I think, that's cool, but it has to be an objective.
Right.
I think if you're not fully, what is the purpose? What are you trying to do? Because to me, it just seemed like they took a day off. It was just really a vacation day. A couple of days. I'm going to say a couple of days. And I'm not, I really do believe.
They're not playing tonight either.
You're not playing tonight. So that's really 3 games, three days that so they actually were supposed to play tonight, but they push it back. They're going to go ahead and play tomorrow. Now, we can ask, who was behind this? What did they really prove? What's the point? What really was the point? People could say, well, money. But you knew that when you went into this, and I really don't believe it's the players. To me, I think the players was ready to really walk. That's the vibe I'm getting. It might have been a few that probably would want to play, but I really do believe the majority. I think I'm not gonna say the commissioner. I don't know if it was. I think he seemed like he stay out of it. Adam Silver, just let them deal with it.
It's weird. It's weird that we have not heard anything from the commissioner yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's weird. And then
David Stern. David Stern would have said something by now.
And the owners and Donald Trump made a statement today that I thought he said. Now you can look this up. He said the NBA has turned into a political organization.
Really?
He comparing the NBA to the Black Panthers. I'm like, damn, that's so crazy. Look it up. This was on ESPN today. Just because it's 80% black. So that brings me exactly. That brings me. What do he think about hockey then? Right. Hockey. They protest like 3 games.
90% white.
Yes, and they strike. You know what? And I was actually surprised. I was actually shocked because here's the thing, and you got to look at it like this: if basketball boycott, okay, that's one thing. Who mostly supports basketball? Mostly us. You got a few. We miss a few. Okay, whatever. But now when you get into the arena of baseball boycotting, hockey boycotting, even football really, a lot of whites, they love their football. They'll look at basketball, but to tolerate a boycott in football
is king. Football is king of the American sports.
So, what's his name from Saquon Barkley?
Saquon.
You know I'm bad. Yeah. You know I'm broken English.
Saquon Barkley, the running back for the Giants. Yeah.
He said, now I don't know if he's a spokesperson, but he's saying that they're talking about sitting out the first week.
Wow.
The Giants, not the whole NFL. The Giants.
Just the Giants. Oh, okay.
The Giants. So, because here's the thing, NFL. Come on now, you got Jerry Jones. You got a lot of people like, you don't get out there and play, you're fired. Like they got that old boy dictatorship mentality. So
Good old boys network.
Now I don't know who the Giants play that first week, but because they don't even have a schedule out yet, do they? Is the schedule out?
I think they do. Let me.
They should because it starts in 2 weeks.
Starts in 2 weeks.
So the Giants, well, they in talks of not playing the first week. And then, like I said, you got the NFL. I mean, not the NHL. I think soccer, the MLS, Major League Soccer, they boycotted also.
And even so bad. What's her name? One of the tennis players walked out on one of her matches. Naomi Osaka. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Boy, that's crazy when the solo sports.
Yeah. So
start doing
you see how deep this getting. So
NFL season starts September 3rd.
Huh?
NFL season starts September 3rd.
Do it see a schedule? Okay. Who do the Giants play the first week?
Hold on, I'm on MSN. Let me go to actual.
While you doing that, I'm going to read. So in a player, this is the NHL. So in a player-led movement, the NHL on Thursday postponed its playoff games scheduled for that night and tonight, joining other teams and leagues in North America in taking action to protest racial injustice in the wake of the Jacob Blake shooting. And after much discussion, NHL players believe that is the best course of action will be to take a step back and not play tonight's and tomorrow's games as scheduled. And a joint statement released by the league and the NHL Player Association. Association. So they got support from the Players Association. And black and brown counties, black and brown communities continue to face real painful experiences.
Wow.
So, and that's from the Tampa Bay Times. So, and they've been posting in racism at their stadiums and stuff. So yeah. So
the Giants week 1 actually is a Monday night game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, September 14th.
That's huge.
Wow. On ESPN. Think
about the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's basically almost a black organization.
Yeah.
You got a black head coach. You got, Ben, but you got
the Rooney. Yeah, the Rooney's made the Rooney rule.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be interesting if there's no Monday Night Football on the first week. First week, that's huge. You know.
Yeah. And the Cardinals said they're not going to have any fans the first 2 weeks. No fans.
I think that's because of the pandemic. Yeah, because of the pandemic.
That
really has nothing to do with the. But that's a safety issue. That's not,
Right.
So I just want to run down all the, it's just really getting crazy that I'm like, okay, but for them to come back, I'm disappointed. I'm thinking, okay, I just wondering what was in that meeting. And then today it was announced that, because of obviously he's the pick because he's the only majority owner of a team. Michael Jordan is the liaison between the owners and the players. Mm-hmm. And so he's basically the in-between. His job really is a middleman. He listening to the players, go back to the owners so the owners can say hell no, and just basically, I don't see there's really gonna be nothing behind that. I'm not Jordan as a player can't take that from him.
Right.
As a mediator, what is his real? You know what I mean? I don't know what is. Because now you got a lot of players that actually taking a stand, which a lot of players wasn't doing that back in the 80s. And so, and behind that Last Dance, Michael Jordan looked bad. So is this a publicity, just trying to get his name looking good among the community activists? Because there's a lot of people that ain't feeling Jordan like that. Like, you know what I mean? I think
ever since all those young black boys got killed in the streets of Chicago over his shoes, and he didn't say nothing about it, that's when I was like, can't buy your shoes no more, man. I bought one pair of Jordans. I was like, I'll never buy another pair ever again.
Yeah, I bought one. I actually bought 2 pair. I bought 2 pair, and that was it. But yeah. I mean, when he said Republicans, he said Republicans wear my shoes too. Ain't that what he said?
Yeah. Republicans buy sneakers too. I was like, wow, that's all you got to say?
And I think because with LeBron being a philanthropist and he just, taking it, because he jumps on it right away. One thing, when there's a situation, LeBron speaks up on it. Now, if he don't know, one thing I will say, if LeBron don't know, he won't say nothing. That's the only time you may hear him not really say nothing because he's probably researching and he probably just don't know. But if he's on it, if he's studied on because it's very rare you hear LeBron James misspeak on something, So I really think he's very much in tune.
If he doesn't know the whole situation, he'll stay quiet.
Yeah, he'll stay quiet. So I do respect him on that. And so that's why I be waiting sometimes before I speak. That some people say, "Oh, why you speak on that? You should have jumped on that right away." I've been told that when I come on Facebook. I want to get the whole story. I'm not finna just I sit back. Wait.
As a matter of fact, that's going on right now online with the kid in Kenosha, the 17-year-old kid who shot those people. I was like, let me sit back and get the whole story. I was like, dude, he got jumped. Was he supposed to just sit there and not protect himself. I know he was 17 and he shouldn't have been out there, blah, 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 whatever. But if you go back to the beginning, he was called out there by one of his friends to help protect one of the businesses. And somebody threw, what do they call it? A Molotov cocktail or whatever?
Yeah.
Threw it at him, shot at him. So he runs. He was running towards the police. He tripped and fell. One dude comes from one side, hits him in the head with a skateboard. Another guy comes, kicks him in the face, all while he's down on the ground. And another guy is pulling a pistol out, getting ready to draw on him. I would have started shooting too.
But here's the thing though. If you're gonna rush him, because if you're black people from the hood, you know, if you're gonna rush somebody, you stomp them. The first thing they should have thought about was getting that gun out of his hands, though.
Right.
If you're gonna go through all of that,
AR-15, AR-15.
Yes. If you're gonna go through, that's the crazy part. If you're gonna go through all that, you should have been stumping his you should have been stumping his arms, his hands. Yep. You should have been stumping him till he let that AR-15 go. How you gonna stump him and then let up? They let up off the gas too early. They didn't really, because I'm like, do y'all know this man got a gun? Like,
and not just any gun. High-powered rifle. So he got 2 of them though. He didn't get all 3 of them. He shot one in the chest. He shot one in the chest, one in the head, and got the other guy in the arm who was getting ready to pull his fist out and shoot him. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm on the kid's side.
If you grew up in the hood, sometimes even though people used to go one-on-one. Jumping on somebody is an art form.
Yeah, you jump me and I got a gun on me. Oh yeah, I'm shooting all y'all. I don't know what you're gonna do to me. People, they was just trying to disarm him. I'm like, you don't know what they was gonna do to him. You don't know. No,
they should have disarmed him though. They should have, because here's the thing. I'm not finna be nobody's target practice. But if you able to catch somebody with their back turned or whatever the case may be, they in action doing something, and you think you got an angle where you can rush them and everybody rush him at the same time, take him down. First thing you do, make sure you get that gun out of his hand. You got him down. He's helpless. You got him down.
And when they were chasing him, they were like,
he's gonna let go of that.
Even if you watch the video when he was running and they was chasing him and they were saying, get that mother effer, get that mother effer. And somebody else in the crowd said, well, what did he do? What did he do? People didn't even know what was going on. They were like, what did he do? Why are we chasing this dude? It was crazy.
Somebody, they should have had a quarterback. Somebody needed a quarterback. Because if you got a quarterback, he going to call plays. Get him. Somebody should have been calling plays. Like, man, straight up. We got to stump this dude. You
jump me and hit me in the head with a skateboard. Like the skateboard could have killed him. The kick to the head could have killed him. I'm like, man.
Because no one black was killed in that, right? No one black was killed, right?
It was all white people.
So that tells you the art. They don't know the art form of jumping people. Like black people know how. One thing we do know, black folks know how to jump somebody.
Oh yeah, once we get you down on the ground, it's over.
It's it. That's it. We going for the head. We going for the arms, shoulder blades. We jumping, man.
We're gonna stomp you. We're gonna stomp you until you stop moving.
Yeah. They hitting them with a skateboard, asking questions. Are you down?
But so I'm like, get the whole story, people. Get the whole story.
Is he down? Is he down?
Right. This is horrible. He needs to go to jail. His mom needs to go to jail because his mom drove him to Wisconsin because he's from Illinois. His mom drove him to Wisconsin with that gun. So his mom need to go to jail. I said, well,
and I'm wondering, because it's like, it's right there. If you ever been Kenosha, you could walk into Illinois from Kenosha, depending on how far, because Kenosha is like this big. Kenosha, I used to work in Kenosha. Actually worked in Kenosha. But like, Illinois people come into Wisconsin all the time. If you're in Gurnee, Waukegan, it depends on how close you is into, you know what I mean? It's not like Chicago is still a drives away, but the borderline when you first get into Illinois, it's really not that far. You're talking about 5 minutes. You in Illinois in 5 minutes. It's like that close. You got Kenosha. Matter of fact, it's so close. I'm gonna tell you something. It's so close. You got Bears fans living in Kenosha, and you got Packer fans living across the border. There's some Packer fans living right there in Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
I used to see it all the time. I'm like, damn, where you? I live in Wisconsin. I'm like, got that bear shit on. But you in Kenosha, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So yeah, that's all I'm saying is get the whole story, people. None of us was there, so
yeah. But when you look at it, it was none of us shot. Like,
from the reports I saw, he was outnumbered. I'm like, damn it, shoot your way out.
he was outnumbered. But I'm telling you, if it was black people jumping him, he wouldn't have got up.
He wouldn't have made it out. He would
not have got up.
And he walked right by the police. I'm like, well, yeah, the police didn't see him shooting nobody. They just saw him holding a gun. Had his hands up and everything.
As a matter of fact, since we on this subject, I just want to, because I didn't want to keep, how many minutes we got? What time do we jump on here? So
I forgot. It's 9:01 right now. So
yeah, okay. And
I think we jumped on at like 8:30, 8:35.
8:30. So we got close to about 30 minutes. Yeah. I just want to talk about.
I don't know what happened to Dorian.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Otha, but anyway, I just want to really talk about the media.
All right.
If you're how can I say this? If you're saying something, because I put a statement on Facebook about we need to stop trying to make white people feel comfortable in order to, when something goes wrong, because we don't create these conditions that we're living in. We didn't create it. So why should we calm it down? And I'm not wishing for people to riot. I'm not wishing for people to riot.
Comfortable how? How are they trying to make them feel comfortable?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a few examples. Okay, so when they black man gets shot, there's an uprising. I don't call it riots. I call it holy uprising. So there's a holy uprising.
Okay.
On something that you created, but then you want us to get in front of the mic and say, we need to have healing. We need to have peace. But how can you heal when you won't even admit that, like there's pain? It's like we talk about healing, but we haven't even talked about the pain yet.
Yeah. Or the wrongdoing. They can't even get past the wrongdoing.
Exactly. So when you look at that news conference, you look at did you see the little news conference?
With his dad?
The first one where you had Benjamin Crump, you had the parents, when the family came and spoke, when the whole family sort of came and spoke.
Oh, no,
and so let me see. Here's the thing. And this is nothing, don't take me wrong, this is nothing to bash. I mean, I'm not mad at Jacob Blake's mother for what she said. Not knocking it. That's a mother. So, okay, I understand. Believe me, I get it.
Uh-huh.
But we've been going through the same cycle. Think about Rodney King. What did he say? Can we all get along?
Can we all get along? Yeah.
But the father said something that really I ain't gonna say contradict, but it was on the opposite end of what the mama was saying. But they showcased on the mama because it was the politically correct thing to say, and white people felt comfortable.
What'd she say? She didn't want people rioting in her son's name.
Yeah.
Don't all the mothers say that?
Man,
this is the first mother I heard say it.
I will give Eric Gardner's wife. I will give her respect on what she said, and what she said is the majority of how a lot of white people go on YouTube. If you go on YouTube and look up Eric Gardner's wife, when the first at that press conference, she let loose, and but here's the thing. Okay, I brung up the wrong. That's okay. I'm gonna get to his father later. Let me see. So basically, the mom, And you know what? I out of everything, and I just want to say this real quick. Out of everything I looked at, Revolt TV, they reporting of it was actually balanced. I got to give Puffy, I don't know if it's Puffy, but actually I got to give them credit because they showcased what the mama said and what the father said. Most of the publications only focused on what the mama was saying. They totally deleted his statements. You have to really watch the news because what he said, he basically said, I don't like white people and I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Did you hear him say that?
Yeah.
Dude, basically, and I'm paraphrasing. I'm not, it's not really a quote, but dude was like, because the thing, I just want to read a little bit see, the mama was like, she asked everyone to take a moment, examine your hearts, and ultimately together show the rest of the world how humans are supposed to treat each other. Well, when have we ever, now this is the crazy part. We never mistreated white people. They say how we treat each other. So she making this like two-sided. No, we the one that's in fear. This is what kills me.
That's what Doc Rivers said.
White people talking about like, who the hell is they running from? We the ones that's being killed in the streets.
Right.
Right.
So this is a one-sided situation, but they want a two-side solution. Right. It doesn't work. Mathematically, that don't work. And so,
and especially the ones that don't get caught on camera phone. That's the scary part.
And I noticed
the ones really, that didn't get caught on camera phone and they just covered it up and lied on the police report. That's the scary part.
Yeah, and so if you look at when the father was talking, look at the facial expression on Benjamin Crump's face. He was basically damn near trying to cut him off because they was finna let the man. He was almost man. I think he had a lot more to say, but I'm telling you because now this is the father. I'm gonna So when asked by a reporter, let me say hold on. Let me hold on. I lost it.
Right back.
Man, give me a minute. Ooh, my phone ain't acting right. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead.
He was real upset.
He was pissed. But I want to really read. Okay, so it said when asked by a reporter if he trusted authorities to investigate the police shooting.
You can still get your favorites from curbside pickup or the drive.
Dang, my commercial came on.
That way, the happiness of finding the last.
So when asked by the police, when asked by a reporter, I'm so sorry. Okay, when asked by a reporter if he trusted the authorities to investigate the police shooting of his son, the father of Jacob Blake responded plainly and definitely, no, I do not. I don't have the confidence in anybody that is white that is doing an investigation about a black young man that was shot 7 times in the back and haven't come up with an answer or a comment at this point is not welcome. That's strong. That's real talk. Yeah. Now, and I want to say the majority of black people really feel that way. That's how a lot of us, let's get it out there on how we truly feel. Let's put it out there. Let's stop bullshitting the people. Well, and I want to read it. And I sort of like that. It feels good to say it. I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read that again, shit. Okay. No, I do not. I don't have the confidence in anybody that is white that is doing an investigation about a black young man that was shot 7 times in the back and haven't come up with an answer or comment at this point. It's not welcome. Now, the thing about it is, let me say this. It's not nothing against, wanting white people. I think certain things we have to deal with. Certain things that we need to stop including white people on certain things.
Right.
Now, I'm not mad. I mean, there are some that really have good intentions, that really, their heart is in the right place. That might be in the minority, but that's how it is. And then you got some that know that the police is wrong or know that the racism is out there, but not going to say nothing. And if you ain't going to say nothing, you're just as bad as the ones that is perpetrating it. Then you got the ones that don't give a damn. They're going to let you know, I don't care for black people, because you don't know what that man was feeling. Like LeBron said. LeBron said it the best. He said, you don't know how he was feeling, that cop was feeling that day when he got up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He might have had an argument with his wife. He might have had an issue with his kids. He might have just said, I'm planning. Let me go shoot me a black person for the day. You know what I mean? You never know what's in their mind. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And we trust in these people with our lives.
Yeah.
And here they is, so we constantly living in a society that look at us like a liability. They really don't want us here, man. Let's just be real. They really don't. It's almost like Thomas Jefferson. He saw it coming after slavery. What happened with Thomas Jefferson when he said, and I'm paraphrasing, he basically said that blacks and whites will never, ever be able to live together in a society together. It'll never be able to happen happily. He said happily. I remember that. I wish I had that exact quote. But Thomas Jefferson said that, that it's impossible for black and white people. It's going to be some controversy. Wherever black and white people are living together in the world, there are racial issues on the globe, no matter where it's at. It's the truth. Certain people just can't live together. And one thing about us, a lot of us just want to be left the fuck alone. We want to work, raise our kids, however you worship, whether you want to go to church, you want to go to the mosque, however you want to live your life. A lot of us, that's why we the ones that really don't get involved in a lot of business. Okay, woo, that's between y'all. That's a whole different culture. Then you got the culture of the European that feels like they have to, they the nosiest. A lot of them nosy as hell. Let's be real. I lived in a white neighborhood. They gonna check you out. They gonna, I was shocked. They'll come to your house, try to bring you cookies and shit. Want to conversate, check you out.
Right.
Woo. I lived in West Dallas. I know that you're not being friendly on the intentions of just being friendly. You really, and I'm not saying all of them like that. I'm not gonna say all of them. But 9 times out of 10, you always got that because they want to feel you out. Is you a safe Negro? Are you got friends that's going to come over? Are they thugs? Is you going to have company? You know what I mean? Now, like I said, I lived in a good neighborhood when I was in Milwaukee, and I lived in the slums. I had the best of both worlds. So when I was living in the shadiest parts of Milwaukee, whether it was all black or black and Mexican, one thing about Mexicans I did respect.
Okay.
Because they were doing their little dirt too. So they ain't gonna really bother you because they too busy doing their thing. So they just want to make sure we cool. Boom. Because they party, get loud, woo barbecue. Y'all go ahead, woo, because we're gonna do our thing. Don't you say a word, woo.
Right.
That's just how it is. It's that agreement. You ain't gotta be, you can be cordial. We ain't gotta be friends, but look, I'm gonna respect your gangster. You do your thing, I do my thing. I'm not gonna bother you. I think Kevin got kicked out. Is kicked. Okay. Yeah. So check on Kevin. But yeah.
Did he say that?
He just sent me a text.
Okay. Yeah.
So, right. but yeah. So I just want to say, that's I just want to get that out. It's two different cultures. So we're always going to have this rift. It's always going to be that. It's going to be issues, man. And so what their issue is, They always want to, that's what they do. They want to conquer. They want to make you into what they're comfortable with.
Right. But,
See, when
but do you see it like, let me ask you this right here.
and they're not comfortable with us in society. They're
Yeah.
not. Police is not comfortable in a black neighborhood.
Oh, okay. Look, I understand that. Like,
So they shook. They shook when we scared. It's almost like two coyotes. I'm scared of you. You scared of me. Motherfucker. We gonna stay out of each other's way. Only difference is you got a gun. Motherfucker. You got the bigger claws. Like
but they're taught how to conduct themselves within
who?
the coaches. The whole police department, they have training classes. So are they training classes that they haven't? Like do they have what you call it? They social.
It's not working. It's not working.
Yeah. So I mean,
Or they only apply it as two different sets of laws.
well,
Did you see? A matter of fact, the speech, like Jacob Blake's father, he spoke at the March on Washington.
right,
That's what they saying. Look, it's two sets of laws, man.
right,
A white man with a machete can swing a machete at the police. Nothing happens. Dude, they bump him with the little truck, with the truck, bumped him, made him drop the weapon, got on the ground, got him. He was safe.
mm-hmm.
Daylon Roof, man, this dude, and the reason, this is the thing, it really upset me about the South Carolina situation, Daylon Roof. Here was a dude, went and sat at a black church, congregating. They didn't mean no harm. They just, they embraced you, brung you in.
Right.
You sat in that church for 45 minutes. A lot of people don't know this. I don't know. You got to watch that documentary. But it's a documentary about that. But he went and sat with them 45 minutes. 45 minutes. He sat there with them as they was going over Bible scriptures. So as they going over Bible scriptures, in your mind, if you're planning to come in and do harm to people, as you're sitting there, it should dawn on you like, these are some nice people. I can't do these people like that. No, man, I can't, no. It gives you enough time to change your mind, especially if I get to know you.
Yeah.
If he would have just went down there and just shot the people and walked out, that's one thing. And I don't wish that, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? It's bad either way,
Right.
but that would have been a little more, because he went there for what he had to do and then dip.
Mm-hmm.
But he went and sat with these people 45 minutes. Think how long 45 minutes is to sit and have a conversation with a group of people.
Yeah.
That's enough time for you to be like, that shows you he didn't have no conscience, man. One thing, he didn't have no conscience. So he did, after 45 minutes of sitting there, he shot these people, left. Police arrested him, took him to Burger King, and got him a meal.
I know, man. It's crazy.
So he sat there long enough to drink a little coffee, read some scripture,
Right.
kill 9 black people,
Yep.
took to Burger King.
Yep.
And then when he was in the holding cell, when they questioned him, he had no regrets.
Nope.
No regrets.
Nope.
Dude was happy he did that because the reason why he said he did that, because he said blacks were taking over. Blacks were taking over and shit.
I mean,
You understand what I'm saying, man?
I know, but
yeah,
what-
but no, but peep this. So if he said all of that, but then the families, he never apologized. He had no remorse, never apologized. Sat there 45 minutes.
yeah.
But then the family, now, and I ain't gonna say all of them, there was a couple of ones that
About
I'm
one.
not accepting it.
Yeah.
But enough of them was like, I forgive you.
Yeah, I know, man. That's cold.
Forgive what? How can you forgive something if that person has never atoned for what he did wrong?
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part.
Yeah. I mean,
Real. Let's
Yeah.
be real about this. Let's cut out all the,
yeah.
dude. Let's be real, man. And I'm not saying that's a hell of a motion to carry hard in your, but dude, it's too early to talk about forgiveness.
Okay, well, look,
So
They
go ahead,
got
man.
all Bell.
Making me pissed off. Go ahead.
No. Look, and I want you to hold that there. Like they want. Okay, so they throw all this evidence on the guy. You know his charges. Why they got him handcuffed? Okay, and does this make him look bad? You know how they try to make you look like the bad guy while you in the position that you're in? Because always that white person, the law, is going to have something on you. Now,
No, because they don't want to hear the truth, man. They just don't really want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
And like I said, you have a right to feel even and this is what white people gotta understand. Even if it's like castor oil, you might not want to take it, but if you sick and you know that's what you need, chalk it up and take it. You can you could drink your little orange juice to chase it later, but take that medicine because that's real. That's real. That's what's needed.
But you're looking at the blue department. Their department, those police departments and agencies, they're gonna stick beside each other real strong. Now, when community come together, black people come together, they throw all these elements in our protests to make us look like. So how organized do we need to be just for laws to be passed? Because that's what we need, Bail, laws. Is that enough?
Dude, no.
It's not?
Laws is not enough, man. I mean, you can pass as many laws as you want. They did that in the civil rights movement. When you're not considered human, why would you need laws in the first place? Look, just all the person really just asking is equal opportunity rights to be able to live your life without the fear of being murdered, man.
Then you take them from the jail systems. Then you take them
Look, because here's the thing. You got the police. You telling the police on the police. It's like, look, we trying to get justice from the buddies of the police.
Okay.
What sense do that make? Now, I will suggest that maybe more of our people need to run for some type of office, or we always look at the black people when they run for things. We run for mayor, alderman,
councilman,
governor, senator, congressman.
Yeah.
What about city treasurer? You don't see black people running for city treasurer. What about, okay, I mean, you got the district attorneys and stuff like that, but we need certain people in certain positions. You need to look at more black people running for, or you need more black lawyers, need more, well, not just lawyers, but you have to have certain key that normally you would never see black people running. And we have to get out and vote. I do believe in that. You got to vote for small elections, not wait for just the big elections, but the small elections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. White people gonna have their bases covered. They implement who you need to run for that. And then what they do when they run and they get voted in, they get promoted. I mean, they get voted in. They bring their buddies in.
Yeah.
See, they looking out for each other. See, we too busy looking for justice from the wrong people.
Yeah. I mean,
these cats that went to school with each other. They ain't trying to look out for your best interest.
Yeah. But you got to think so what part do you feel like the NBA is going to play? Like, do they need to do more besides stop games?
I was actually shocked when you wasn't on here with him. I was actually shocked when he coming back in?
Yeah.
I really thought, how can I say? I really thought that they was, because it was shocking, and I said this before, so if I'm repeating myself, but the Lakers and the Clippers had already said that they wasn't expecting to come back.
Right.
Me personally, you wasn't on here. I was telling Kevin, you remember that conversation we had? I was saying, I think it's really the owners. I think this got the owners all over it. Okay. I don't think the players really wanted to play. I think they was ready to call it a quits. for this season.
Now,
Because for the simple, because
Corrupt.
you had too many people saying, "Look, I'm looking forward. Look, I want to just really let's just go deal with the front lines and let's try to go. My mind ain't on basketball, no, woo. But now all of a sudden it's a 180.
But how much can they do? Caron Butler.
The money, it's a money issue, man. It's like if you saying, well, okay, because look at it like this.
Okay.
If you're going to treat me like a dog, why should I entertain you? Okay, my people. Okay, I mean, these are millionaires. I'm saying if you treat my people like garbage, because think about it. These cats that's getting killed, they look like me. They look like you. They look like, you know what I mean? So
normal everyday black people.
Normal everyday black people. So you're gonna thinking, well, I'm supposed to be happy because I'm making millions of dollars. So you treat my people like garbage, and I'm supposed to sit up and entertain you. This is my words, huh?
Millionaires trying to entertain billionaires.
Yeah. So it's not really about the money per se. Saying, okay, we're gonna hit your pockets, but we're gonna also hit your entertainment too.
And the players have all the power. The league is 80% black. NBA, I think NFL is 75% black.
But that's what I'm asking, Kev. Like, what else can they do besides stop the games? Can they? I mean, what else?
That's all they really got to do is just walk away for one season.
Okay. Walk away for one season. I think that'll be enough. Now, I will say this: the only way I could see them coming back is, and I don't know if we'll ever know this, but if they was coming back on the effect that they're going to take their paycheck, just say, well, I don't want to donate my money to organizations, or we
charity
donate
of my choice.
Charity of your choice, black organizations. Some of these organizations already got enough money. They don't need no more money. But I mean, if you want to start up your own, that's a whole other conversation.
I mean, they can, but they need to do a little bit more than just stop games.
I mean, to help, really to assist, people getting out and vote. There's a whole lot of different arenas that you can jump into, because think about it. November is only what, 3 months away?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you got people, the voting is coming up. We need to change the regime, man. And so you can't even call it a presidency no more. It's a regime. So we need to change the regime, man. There need to be a coup. Let me shut up.
I mean, look, let me ask you this here.
Hey, they're gonna
how do you feel about the sheriff and the deputies, the sheriff and the I believe the chief there in Kenosha? How do you feel about them? Do you think that because did you hear the comment that he made about putting certain individuals in warehouses and locking them up? Did you hear that?
Dude.
No,
that comment was made in 2017 or 18. He tried to come back and clean it up. But
where the governor of Wisconsin, the first day he said that they should be fired. The police should be fired. And that's very odd. But the predecessor to Scott Walker.
Yeah.
Democrat, Tony Evers. But anyway, like he stepped up the first day and said they need to be fired. So you have to give it. The top man says that. So, but for I don't know, man. I mean, the mayors in Wisconsin cities, man.
Right.
Tom Barrett, garbage. I mean, I don't want to get started on. Dude, it's a waste of time.
And do you know Scott Walker?
But we keep voting them back in office. That's what kills me.
And Scott Walker is still taking shots at the governor. I'm like, wow. He's still taking shots at him.
Let me tell you, he should shut the hell up.
Yeah.
He's so dumb. Dude don't even have a college degree. It's like, dude, when you lose an office, now, let's think about this. A lot of times when you lose an office,
right?
A lot of them got college degrees. They could go back and be a teacher. They can do other things.
Yeah.
Scott Walker, what is he doing? He probably can write a book, but he can't do shit because dude do he even have a degree? He was a dropout. Dude with the Marquette, right?
Yeah, I think he did. But He's stuck in the house right now, but look, he's still,
Politics was his life. Like
Yeah.
he has no life outside of politics.
yeah, and he's still coming at the governor of Wisconsin. I'm like, man,
He bitter because he lost.
yeah,
And the Republican Party turned their back on him.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
Dude,
now,
it's so bad. The Koch, let me just say this. The Koch brother, when he ran for president against Trump, they gave him millions of dollars. They gave the
No.
Koch brothers, Koch brothers,
yeah,
the Koch brothers,
Koch
my
brothers,
bad,
the Koch.
the Koch brothers.
Yeah.
The Koch brothers gave him millions of dollars.
but hey, they kept him in
When
office.
he
too.
lost, when he dropped out the race, when he lost, they wanted their money back.
Really?
And he's a billionaire.
Wow.
They wanted their money back. Look
No,
it
Cap.
up. Look it up.
Yeah.
You don't get money back if they lose.
But look,
you know
Cap,
that going
look
in.
at, check it out.
I found that funny though.
So
That's
back
out,
in
man.
like
That's what he get.
2009, maybe 10, you know, I started seeing some of those guys open and carrying their guns down there, bail on Wisconsin and Chase Bank. And I'm like, man, they're carrying guns? And then I started hearing that they were trying to pass a law to make Wisconsin an open and carry state. And I said, look, they're
But if
gonna
you ain't
pass-
got the laws, it ain't like Arizona. If you ain't got the laws
Right.
to support it, man, let me tell you something. I will
Look.
say this about Arizona. Arizona,
Mhm.
if somebody legally breaking and you got a right to shoot, and dude, you could call the police yourself. They will come. Because I've heard of this happening when I was here. Dude, they will ask you a few questions. They'll give your gun back, damn near. As long as you can prove that they illegally tried to, they broke in your house. See,
Right.
it got to be your property. You can't shoot nobody in your yard.
Yeah.
But if somebody illegally break in your house in Arizona, you got the right. They don't care what part of the house they break into. You got the right to shoot.
Right. But
Wisconsin, they say open and carry. They got open and carry right now. Yeah, they got open and carry.
but did you know
But
when they
if
passed
I shoot somebody, am I going to jail?
Yeah, but when they passed that law with the open and carry gun, I said, man, they're cutting a lot of jobs, but they're trying to pass this law. That's when I knew Wisconsin was going a bad direction. And Scott Walker, remember?
But you against opening?
But yeah, look,
you against open and carry?
look. Here's the thing, Bill. Certain states shouldn't have it based on the things that are going on in the city. They were they were cutting jobs.
Dude, you got a better shot. No, my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, they were cutting jobs, but they wanted to pass an open and carry. They were cutting jobs so bad in Wisconsin, but they was passing the open and carry, man.
I see what you're saying.
Based on crime rate too. If your crime rate is high, no, you can't have no open carry.
Yeah, that's okay. I feel where you're coming from.
That's scary, man. In the streets right now in Wisconsin, I love Wisconsin, but everybody thought that they could just carry a gun.
And it's crazy because actually Wisconsin have higher paying, believe it or not, Wisconsin in certain jobs and quite a bit of jobs, they got higher paying jobs than they got in Arizona.
But who has those jobs?
I mean, yeah, exactly. I've just, so
Come
it's
on,
just
man.
not enough of them.
Who has
It's not
them?
enough of them going around.
Now, what?
You
No,
know,
wait.
dude,
Now, wait,
I ain't
Bill.
gonna say you'd be surprised at how much some of these jobs pay.
Yeah. Now, Kevin, check this out.
Yes,
What do you mean about Scott Walker? Look, so half of Wisconsin wanted to get Scott Walker out of there. They had all these votes to get him out of there. They still couldn't get him out. Remember they tried to make him step down? Remember that, Bill? They was trying to make Scott Walker step down?
It wasn't.
City jobs, county jobs. He was cutting just jobs all over, man, making old people retire that were school teachers.
wow.
The way he did the school system, we'll be in here a whole nother. The way he,
Come on now.
and see, he hated Milwaukee. No, okay, I'm gonna say this because he hated Milwaukee because Milwaukee like over damn near 50% black. It's like 40-something% black, and he was shifting a lot of money to Waukesha was his bread and butter because that's who's voting for him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't get no votes really in Milwaukee. Waukesha, he would take, because you get allocated budgets. You get a certain amount of money, and you can allocate to whatever counties, however, who gets what.
Right.
And so he was putting a lot of money into Waukesha, Wauwatosa. That's where a lot of the money was going.
Right.
Milwaukee was getting the crumbs. Milwaukee is like the largest city in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
This was black. He didn't give a shit about Milwaukee. He
Yeah.
really did.
So do you think this young man, Jacob, you think that we should just look? I'm not worried about his warrants he had or whatever. You know, that's something that he can handle. His family can handle for him. They're trying to
But
avoid that.
there's still no reason for him to get shot 7 times in his back.
Yeah.
7 times
I
in
don't
the
like
back,
no.
point blank.
There's no excuse.
You
There's
said
no
point
excuse.
blank? Yeah, point blank in the
Point
back.
Point
range.
blank
There's
in the
There's
back?
no excuse.
Yeah.
With
There's
his
still
kids
no
in the car,
excuse.
with 3 kids in the car.
Yeah. In front
Hey,
of his children.
How many bullets hit him?
7.
All 7.
All 7.
He took one in the arm, though. All of them didn't
Okay.
hit his back. He got one in the arm, though.
Okay. See, there's stories allegedly being said that they told him to drop the knife that was on the passenger side. Then they switched it up and said, no, the knife was down by the flow boat in the driver's side.
We ain't gonna never know the full truth behind that because
Yeah.
I heard like 2-3 different stories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
All I know
But look-
is when they had him down.
why he gonna get up?
Why,
Go ahead.
why couldn't they keep him down when they had him down on the other side of the car?
Well, he said that they said that the
He wasn't a
police,
big guy. He wasn't a big guy neither.
but bail.
Not that big of a guy.
But they said that Jacob had one of the officers in the headlock, but the witness said no, they had Jacob in the headlock.
Yeah, man.
That's why they need body cams. They need body cams.
And it's still and they need to stop just letting any old person be a police officer. If you ain't physically in shape, you shouldn't be on the force. You guys had it outnumbered 2 guys to 1 or 3 guys to 1, and you got them down on the ground. That should have been it.
Yeah.
He should have stayed on the
And if
ground.
they
How he was able to get up off the ground, get all the way
And make
around
his
to
way.
the driver's side. Come on.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, real talk.
So
He's
do
able
y'all
to make
think,
his way around to the driver's side. So regardless of that, it's like, dude, he should have never been shot like that, man. There's other ways they could have restrained that man.
Yeah.
Then at point blank range like that, that was a straight attempted murder.
Just
That was
because the
attempted
first
murder.
taser didn't work.
yeah. And they
Attempted
said
murder.
that
First
the,
taser
they
didn't
said that
work.
the vehicle was not even his. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
so they said that he takes the keys from the ex. That's why the cops were called.
And I do have to give a shout out to Frank Nitti. This man walked from
Oh yeah,
Milwaukee to
Yeah.
DC.
man. He's
That's
a
over 700 some miles.
man. He
Now,
did
I
it,
took
man.
that drive before driving.
He did it, man.
You know, to drive from Milwaukee
Yeah,
to DC, that's basically 13 hours,
yeah.
if I'm correct. 13, maybe 14.
And Kev, he went
This
through some
dude
bad
walked.
cities. He went through Ohio, Indiana.
Indiana,
Wow.
Klan country. That's the Midwest. That's the Klan. That's Klan country.
And he got
That's
arrested.
the Klan headquarters in
And he
Indiana.
got arrested. He did. He got arrested too.
Arrested for what?
I forgot what it was about, but they arrested him. He got bailed out to continue the mission. But yeah, he was going through some bad states, man.
Dude, they
Racist
was throwing stuff at him, calling him the N-word and all that. But what I'm
Was he
saying
by
is,
himself or did he have anybody with him?
no, he traveled with people. He was walking, but he
Okay.
was like, he organized it.
He organized it.
And he was walking. They said he started with like maybe 20 people, but he ended up with like 65 people once he got there.
Going on, yeah.
Yeah, and so they had to walk more because they was walking a certain amount of days. Now think about the runaway slaves that was on foot going from the south to the north on foot.
Way more miles.
That's way more miles.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And heaven forbid, now a lot of people, I don't know if people that never heard of the Fugitive Slave Act. So before the Fugitive Slave Act, if a slave catcher was to follow you up to the north, they had the right to bring you back. They could get you and either collect an reward, resell you, or they can bring you back to your plantation.
Wow.
So that was the Fugitive Slave Act. So when the Fugitive Slave Act was passed, That's why a lot of people started going to Canada. You know what I mean? Because before then, you was actually free. Let me take that back. Actually, before the Fugitive Slave Act, you was actually free. When you got past Ohio, when you got into the North, you was free. But the Fugitive Slave Act allowed them to come and get you. They followed you. As long as you're still in the United States, they can bring you back.
Right.
That's why you see a lot of slaves, well, Africans that was enslaved in Toronto and in Canada. That's where a lot of them come from. There's a lot of blacks in Canada because of that very reason.
Right.
So imagine, that's why they used to call Canada Canaan. It was that was the promised land.
Wow.
So they said you was never free until you got to Canada. You was never fully free. You know what I mean? Because as soon as you get to Michigan,
so they couldn't,
because you can see
Canada.
Downtown Detroit, like in Detroit, you could actually see into Canada. So you get to a certain part and you take the boat. They would take the boat straight into Canada.
Right. Yeah.
Once you got to Michigan, that was it.
Yeah.
So enough history lesson for today.
But look. So, how do you feel about we saw what the young man did, how the cop let that young man with that gun, that rifle, whatever he had, just walked in the street. He wasn't touched. He wasn't put down. I'm glad somebody recorded that in all kind of angles because it showed the double standards of how whites get treated versus if a black person was walking down that street.
Man. Yeah, you missed that part of the conversation, dude.
Yeah.
We was all over that.
We talked about that already.
We talked about that already.
But look, they don't want to acknowledge that. They don't
No, what I'm saying is, but here's the thing. Look who got to him. It was white people, man. Look, black people, he would have never got up. And I'm gonna just rephrase this because if you haven't heard what if it was a bunch of black people jumped on him,
yeah,
they would have got that gun from him. That gun would have been in the pawn shop by the mob. Black people would have took that gun from him. See, white people ain't used to jumping nobody. They don't know how to jump nobody. In the hood, jumping somebody was hard for them. Huh?
They've been jumping people for hundreds of years.
But yeah, that's true. But the thing about it is, they always had to have a whip, a gun. I'm talking about okay, he got a gun. They ain't have nothing. Okay. To really gang up. You know what I mean? Right. They had that. They had torches. White people. They came up with weapons. It's certain weapons that they just. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cannons and guns.
We got spears. They come with guns. So it's like as straight up. Because think about it. A lot of them cowards. They ain't finna step to you and really. You know what I mean?
Right.
They have to have something in their hands.
Right.
But dude had a skateboard. But when he went down, my thing was when he went down, your first instinct is, see, that's what we wait on.
Yeah.
You think about black people, we wait for you to go down. Once you go down, it's over.
But still dangerous. It's still dangerous, Dale.
It's like a swarm of bees, man. It's
still dangerous. It's still dangerous.
No, it's not. You ain't really. Look, you talking to a street cat. You get a cat down, you stomp in their hands because he got his gun. If he got his gun, if he ain't dropped it, you talking about stumping his arms, get to his arms, his hands, boom. How many people was it?
3. It was 3. It was 3-on-1 when he hit the ground.
Okay, 3-on-1. Dude, somebody play quarterback, bam. Somebody get that man, get him, get his hands, bam. You know what I'm saying? And don't let up. You got to smother him. Once he's down, you got to smother him. You got to smother that arm, that hand. Because he can't hold on to it. You stump his hands and see how long he keep that rifle.
Yeah.
Let's be real now.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. You ain't never jumped nobody when you was a kid.
No.
Come on, bro.
Not anybody.
Don't incriminate yourself. Don't incriminate yourself, man.
Not anybody with a gun. You got a gun, I ain't jumping.
No, I'm just tripping, man. But anyway,
I said, hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. They jumped on him.
But because
he got two of them. He got two.
Imagine how many more people he would have killed if they didn't jump him.
That is true.
Right.
It probably been 20, 30 more people dead. Remember, he didn't have no little pistol. He had an AR-15.
Right.
AR-15.
Yeah, that weapon he had was very high powerful, man. And I mean,
but like I said, they said the story started. Somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at him.
Really?
And that's what caused him to run away. And as he was running away, that's when he slipped and fell. And that's when they tried to attack him. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, we wasn't there, so I don't know how it started, but I know how it ended. Three people jump on me, and I'm holding a rifle. Yeah, I'm shooting my way out.
Come on, hey kid.
But here's the thing: you got to be able to lift that arm first. See, because the thing, your reaction, because it depends on how hard you hit that ground. Once you hit that ground, see me, if I feel like okay, now I wouldn't have went and chasing him, and he, my thing is this: if you're at a certain angle and you feel like okay, you can attack that dude. And you got a clear angle. It's almost like when you're playing football and you got a straight shot coming off that line. Mm-hmm. You got that straight path, you can pop his ass. You know what I'm saying? Hit him get hit from that blind side.
The blind side, yep.
Yeah, so you get hit from that blind side. What you gonna do? Ain't too much you can do because you in shock.
Yeah.
So I got to put it in terms. Hey, Kevin, I got to put it in terms you'll understand. You know what I
mean? you talk football to me. You got my attention.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
And I played D-line, so yeah, I chased a couple of quarterbacks in my day.
You was on the end?
No, I was defensive tackle. I was on the inside.
Really?
Oh, okay.
I played defensive end, so I hated that position.
Yo, Frelly, you played defensive end.
Hey, yeah, I did. I played defensive end.
You must have been fast. You must have been real fast.
Huh?
To get around that corner. So you must have been fast to get around that corner.
Who you gonna tackle, man?
Bell, you make your way to that right side. I'm waiting on you. I'm coming for you. You know what I'm saying?
These must have been some midgets you was playing.
Right, because you built like a corner. I would have thought you played cornerback.
Yeah, okay, a corner, yeah, I can see you going after the wide receiver. We're running routes with the wide receivers. I can see that.
I played where it was dangerous with all the goons, the running backs coming that way, and quarterback sneaks. Yeah. So I was waiting on it. Hey.
My favorite, I always like the tight end position.
Why?
Tight end, because tight end, the thing about tight end, all you had to do was look, man, I could block a little bit. Maybe go out for a little bit of a route. I didn't have to do no wideouts. Back then, the tight end wasn't a receiver back then. That didn't start happening until maybe the 90s when they started implementing, because Belichick changed a lot of the role of the tight end, and everybody got in line.
He went with two tight end system.
And but before then, tight ends was mostly blockers. And you might be the fourth option, you know what I mean? Or they use you as a decoy, or they might use you as a decoy.
You wouldn't be no decoy on me when that tight end. Now, if I saw you coming that way trying to catch
I'm running your ass over. I'm running your ass over. It's all good. It's all good. I'm running your ass over.
Just don't come over the middle. Just don't come over the middle trying to catch a ball.
I wasn't even really a big guy because I didn't really play. I played a little bit, but I ran track and I played basketball a little bit. But actually, because tight ends was sort of, when you get in high school, you should be a little taller. And see, I wasn't that tall because you got to see over the line a little bit. Mm-hmm. Tight ends.
They want you to run those routes over the middle and take them hits. It's like, oh.
But you know
exactly.
But that's weird because I remember tight end was just somebody that would be blocking for either the tailback sometimes or the fullback tight end. They didn't really.
That was your job most of the time.
Yeah.
But every blue moon, they might, if like trick plays or certain plays, play action. Yeah. You know what I mean? They would use. But see, now you use more. That's why tight ends get Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp and Tony Gonzalez changed the game.
Yeah. They changed the rules They really changed what a tight end was, man. Now tight end is like basically as important as a wide receiver.
Right.
Yep.
I mean,
Mark Tremora for the Packers. Remember Keith Jackson.
right.
Jay Novacek for the Cowboys. Man.
Well, all I'm saying is, if you would run a tight end route my way, I'm just saying, I played that defense. I read that defense. So if I would have saw you catch that ball, I don't know, but you know, I don't
well,
mind.
you better start taking some steroids.
All right. I'm like, how much did you weigh in high school, Uncle?
Hey, exactly.
Huh?
Now he had the height. But how much did you weigh in high school, man?
I think I got to about like 130.
Oh no.
That ain't enough. No.
Hey,
You better. You ain't eat no pizza. You didn't have no pizza. Get on a pizza diet, motherfucker.
Look, hey, Kev, I ran tailback too.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I can see that more than you being yeah.
Check it out, Bill. You remember Milwaukee Mustangs?
Yeah.
I tried out for them.
I know a couple people. We'll talk. I know a couple people that tried out for the Mustang.
Yeah. Look, hey, it wasn't easy. But
was it Arena League? Who were the Mustangs?
That's Arena League. Oh yeah, my fault. Yeah, it's Arena League.
Like
indoor,
like some of the guys
indoor.
They
play half the field, right?
Yeah, like a lot of guys got cut from for the tryouts for like NFL. Then they'll go try out for semi, like football.
Yeah.
Until they, hopefully, if they had good good accurate speed, and if they were good tackling, they would still call them. Like, and look, Bell, I got called to go play for the Grand Rapids.
I ain't never heard of them.
Up in Grand Rapids, up in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, you don't want to catch that ball, Bell. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Okay, sound good.
Yeah.
So you're small, but he can hit. Okay.
You don't want none of that.
Hey,
Don't
sound
You
good.
don't want that. You don't want
Sound
that.
good.
Yeah, leave it alone. Yeah, you're right.
You better eat the pizza. You better get you a pizza diet.
Peanut butter sandwiches. Peanut butter sandwiches.
You better eat pizza spaghetti every day for a month.
Oh my God, you don't want it. Bell.
Pizza and beer. But anyway, hey, I got to get up. We've been over here over an hour, but hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, you should. This wasn't live for the whole thing, so you want to repost this.
Yeah.
It jumped on there later.
Yeah.
This whole thing wasn't live, so
then,
people that might missed some of the conversation.
Got kicked out, then had to come back. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Tonight.
So some people that might have missed the live, you might want to repost this on there.
Yeah.
But okay, so
anybody hear from Dorian? Anybody hear from Dorian?
Well, you know what? Dorian had another recording or something earlier.
But he said he was able to, he was done.
He was done? Okay.
Yeah.
But he probably got
you blocking people. You blocking people. Anyway. I'm just joking. He might be watching. But no. So man, thanks for joining me. I just wanted to do the special edition because of what's going on, man, with this with the sports, man. So they'll be back playing tomorrow, which I thought like I said again, my opinion is I think they should have sacrificed it, chalked it up, and went about in the sunset.
But you know what? I think they needed to play because I believe that we all need stimulation away from the news right now.
You saying this? Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Mr. Everything's gonna get canceled?
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
For real.
No. And you know what? Y'all right.
And you know NFL is starting in 2 weeks. NFL is starting in 2 weeks.
I may go back. I hope we don't have no more incidents, but I think we need to get away from it.
We will. We will. Believe that. It's not gonna end, man. It's not gonna end.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is not overnight, no. But, and like I said, the last broadcast we talked about, I put out there what needs to be done. So, but anyway, man, we just, it's not going to end. And then what was the purpose? And you couldn't even really call it a boycott, man. It was just really a couple days off, man. It was like a vacation day.
Well,
they're like, oh yeah, I got bills to pay and I got women to chase. Let me get back out here on this court.
Child support, nigga, child support.
And you know what? There's obligations too, man. They got obligations. They may have to.
I'm not mad at them. But
Yeah.
if you're going to take that step forward, just go all the way. If you're going to do it, do it. If that's the case, and I'm not, you got to start somewhere. Plus, the Bucks set the standard. I'm not mad at them because the Bucks actually set the standard. They didn't wait for nobody. They did it. People got mad. Too, right? They didn't let Orlando know. Woo woo. Dude, when you're
Brewers
in pain,
too, right? In baseball,
Brewers actually canceled a few games. They didn't play today neither. They were supposed, but the Brewers, the Packers, they canceled. Everybody canceled practice, but they never really said what they plan on doing for the season.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. Ain't nobody really heard from what the Packers going. You know what I mean? So but I know Aaron Rodgers is like part owner of the. He's like a minority owner of the Bucks. So
okay. I mean, can we have can everything go back normal? I mean, because we know all this is not going to never stop. We got a lot of work.
It's never going to stop, man. I'm like I said.
I don't
as long as we in the
back to normal.
Yeah.
If we, as long as we're still living in the same society, Trump really put the S on the chest of a lot of these people and gave them that stamp of approval to make them feel like, boom. That's when it really, really got bad. Trump gave them that validation. And so now that they got their S on their chest, it is like really, it's really hunting season on us. It's hunting season, man.
Yeah.
So you're either going to sink with the ship or you're going to bail out, get your life preserver. Get your life preserver ready. Your life preserver is your passport.
Hey, but can we walk? Can me, you, Kev, and Demetrius? Can we walk down Kenosha with our rifles like they did? Could we get away with that? I mean, I don't know if we could do it. You think?
No, that's not happening.
Why not?
Probably not.
Dude,
you could probably
only got 2%.
You probably do it here in Phoenix.
But wait, it's an open and carry.
Yeah, but
they'll probably stop us and question us.
You're talking about Wisconsin, period. Like,
Well, and that's the problem right there. There's no answer to why we can't do it versus other.
It's an answer. Race is the reason. It's an answer. Race.
I mean, I can't do it I can't do it like the Black Panthers did it. I mean, they understand. I mean, what's the name? He read the law on it. He understood that you could, as long as it wasn't loaded. Back then,
but they didn't have. See, they didn't have the NRA. See, that's a whole nother conversation. They didn't have the NRA back then, too. I don't think. But
I don't think they did.
A lot of it has to do with, because here's the thing: you can do it, but what's the support system like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can quote what all you want. Now you could say, well, hey, now one thing we do, we got to know what the laws is, because they say you can't do that. Make them validate what is the laws, what ain't the laws. They supposed to be able to put it out there, let you know.
I think we do see.
These are the rules.
Yeah, but
if they can't validate that, if they can't prove it, you know what I mean? So,
but we do see what it is now. We're actually seeing racism right on television. Now we're seeing it in the open. The world is seeing it. Yeah. The world is seeing what they can get away with versus what we're trying to fight to, have some type of justice in our lives. But at the same time, we're seeing what they're getting away with. So racism is starting to be shown on television now, where you see it now.
Racism has always been shown on television.
But it's always been covered behind the phone.
No, the internet has exposed it more.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Instagram. Camera phones.
Yeah.
Camera phones have changed the game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's more open, and now you see it now. And it's still a problem when you're showing proof.
Yeah, they still want to deny it.
Yeah.
No.
That's my point I'm trying to say, Bill.
Because they said, you don't know what happened before the camera started rolling. So now you got to dig into that. So it's a bunch of BS, but, it is what it is. Look for a spot that, hey, man, I just say prepare to decide if Babylon is where you want to be.
Yeah. You know, Bill, I'm starting to steer what you're saying now. Like I'm starting to, really.
You want to be somewhere where you can have peace. First of all, you want to be somewhere where you can have peace, man.
Yeah.
If you're not having peace, and you know who got the easiest? Kevin. And I ain't trying to put you, but dog, exactly. If I was in your position, especially, dude, it's like
no wife, no kids.
Oh my God, man, I'll be in Costa Rica.
Chilling on the beach somewhere.
You ain't gotta pay no child support. You ain't got, dude, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, before I had my first son, man, I was traveling quite a bit, but my mind wasn't on the international level. But I enjoyed going. We used to go to New York, DC, Miami. I used to kick it quite a bit in my 20s,
Right.
But like I said, like now, when you got responsibility to change things, a lot of people want to, I'm gonna wait till my son get older or my kids get grown. I want to wait till I retire.
Right.
But is it enough to wait till you retire? Sometimes you got to look.
Yeah.
Draw out that 401k, man, and be like, look.
I was thinking about Canada. Because there are a lot of black people up there.
Go ahead and start you up a meat truck. Get you some type of, you got some type. Get you a meat truck. Sometimes and I ain't trying to be funny, but like, yeah, you got some type of income coming in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm working on, man. I don't know how much of America I could take like that, man. So, and really, man, you just gotta.
I mean, where do you see Wisconsin? When do you see Wisconsin going from here, man? Like, you see Wisconsin changing now because now they're on the news.
No.
They're exposed now. They're out there. They're on the news now.
So you still say no, Bill?
Dude, it ain't like they do once a year. Wisconsin be on the news. Dude, remember, like Dante Hamilton, man. It's the same old man. Look, ain't nothing for the man.
Yeah. That's why I said I go back to what you said. I'm glad if they're going to play tomorrow. Now I'm glad. I want to see them now. I'm tired of looking at the other stuff. It's too much, man.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
I cannot watch another video of somebody being gunned down.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we're like the laughing stock because it's like, look, other people see this. And they was like, think about this. Okay, let me give you. I'm a history buff. I love history. So I'm gonna say this because I got to get up out of here. But let me say this. Think of it like this: when the white people was upset with the king, with the queen in England, they wanted to leave England. And these wasn't poor people. Don't believe the hype. People say, what's that? Bring your poor, no, these motherfuckers had money. We don't want to go by your rules. We tired of paying, we tired of these taxes. It's useless, we want to get a whole nother land. They gathered and went to a whole nother land they didn't know nothing about and was willing to take the land and fight for that land. They had it in their mind of what they wanted to do. They were sick of the rules in England. That's why they left. They didn't want to deal with that. We're not dealing with your rules, so we're leaving.
So they basically borrowed money to go discover.
What you mean, borrow?
Well, the Queen, they needed the boat. I mean, if you know the history of it,
these were people that had money. These was business owners. A lot of them.
They needed. Well, maybe I'm thinking on Columbus.
Some of these was the elite, not all of them, but some of these was the elite that they wanted to leave. Okay. But then they were still being colonized by England. That what the Revolutionary War was all about. Mm. You living in a whole different land, but you're still paying tax to the Queen. They want to separate, but Great Britain was not willing to let them go. They had to fight for it. So they had to
follow them over here.
Yeah, they followed. Yes, exactly. And the thing about it was they borrowed money to get weapons. A lot of them weapons that they used in the Revolutionary War came from because they came and got connections. They came and borrowed money and used that money that they received from I think it was Ireland, Italy, a lot of these other countries was borrowing the money to get weapons. That's how they got a lot of their weapons. And they was using the Native Americans to help them fight.
Yep.
And then turn around and try to enslave them. But anyway, but they was, you know what I'm saying, they was getting slaughtered matter of fact, blood, sweat, and tears. How many people do you know? They know what, when Malcolm said, white people know what a revolutionary means. They know what a revolutionary is.
Right.
That's the truth. They put their life on the line because when you really get fed up and you want to leave somebody and get away from somebody,
right,
you're going to put your life on the line.
Well, or a whole
especially you think about it. And I'm not saying thinking on the mind state of them and being conquering and everything. But when you get fed up enough and you want a peace of mind, you're going to be willing to die for that.
Yeah.
Man.
You're right.
So
You're right.
I'm going to leave it on that. But I'll let you, boy.
Canada or Costa Rica, huh? Okay.
Man, well, Canada, a long time ago, they did say, hey, we give you, I don't know how far they was talking about, but they was talking about asylum for African Americans at one time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And a few years ago, you had people that were leaving other countries. Remember Bill, where they had the problem where people were leaving other countries, so they were fleeing, and then they started crossing over towards Canada. And you remember United States, they took over some foreigners. Remember that? And then you had people actually escaping. Remember those two black men that went cross over to Canada? It was so cold that he lost his foot. Do you remember that, Bill?
You talking about as far as who?
A few years ago, you remember when some foreigners, they were leaving their country. They were crossing over towards, and then they were crossing to the United States, and they were crossing through Mexico. Some of them were heading towards Canada because Canada was the only place that they could really go, because they knew coming to the United States they might have got something back. So remember, Obama took some of them. Remember, Obama had to take immigrants. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was this black guy. I forgot what country he came from. He was going through Canada, man, where it was so cold, and he escaped to get over that way there, but it cost him his foot.
And then, you got some people, man, it's not, everybody ain't gonna want to leave that far and leave America to go all the way to Africa. Now, I would suggest, why not go back home? But I mean, you got Brazil, you got Costa Rica. It's not that far. You could be back in Florida in 6 hours. Some people just don't want to leave that far. Canada is just, that's like going back to the cold.
Did you see that image to me of, was that Africa? Was that the city, that image you sent to me? Or was that a video you sent to me of Africa, how it was built up? Like they had tall buildings. Was that Africa?
Yeah, that was. I forgot what city, but dude, they got so many parts that look like America. You got to get away from the image that they show you on TV. There's other images that actually is really nice.
Right.
And think about it. You ain't got to worry about police brutality. I know quite a few people that actually moved to Africa that, you just got to.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you're fed up enough, you be like, okay, man. And then it's going to take out there too. It's going to take more people to go. And then usually one thing about African Americans, I would think that more people would be willing to follow each other. Like if Kevin, let's say Kevin go to Senegal and we keep in touch with Kevin and be like, damn, dog, you said what? He's showing pictures of him on the beach. He kicking, he chilling, smoking his stogie. No, I'm just kidding. But like, okay, he having a good time. He's on. And he's like, man, I just started this business. I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. Man, why don't you come and visit? That is it's a domino effect with us. You know what I mean? A lot of us, it takes a couple people to go, someone close to you that to make you feel like, okay, man, maybe I can do this.
Right.
That's all. It just takes enough people to really, and like I said, when I'm like, dude, it's just that, and I'm not saying leave tomorrow or, like, shoot, it's people that might not want to go and just, they say, well, we're going to try this. Cuba. We're gonna try. I can't think off the top of my head, but like I said, there's some people that might want to stick closer to that just might not want to move. That you got that, but see the good thing is you got that option.
Okay.
You got the option. Always keep in mind, you
What's
just
Hawaii
like any.
like for black people?
Yeah, well, Hawaii's still America though, but I mean, yeah, you got the option though. But the rules don't, shoot. Like I said, if I leave here, I'm going to a socialist government. I'm going to a socialist government.
Yeah.
People over profit. People over profit. But anyway, thank you for
all right, y'all.
chilling with
It's 10
So
past 10.
Hey man, my bag. See, Other one. I blame Other. Hey. We try to keep it for an hour, but you missed quite a bit of it. Yeah, but go ahead and repost this, and y'all take it easy. As soon as you repost, I'm gonna tag everybody. Y'all take it easy.
Okay.
Again, my name is Hannibal. This is Faded Expression.
Friday night edition.
Friday night edition, especially because usually we're here Mondays. So if you're tuning in, make sure you tune in every Monday, 7 o'clock Pacific time. So normally we hear Mondays every Monday at 7 o'clock Pacific time, but we did a special edition because of the sports issue and what's going on. Sports is back in action tomorrow. So, the NBA is. The NBA is back in action tomorrow. So, and I got Kevin. He does Kev's Corner on YouTube.
Kevin's
we
Corner
got
already
in the
made a
building.
video. Already made a video with a
building.
shout out to Chadwick Boseman. Go check that out.
Oh yeah.
I made a video for him. So.
Okay. So, and we got Oath in the building. Tell the World.
Tell the world.
Podcast. He does his thing. And so again, this is Faded Expressions. I'm your host. This is Hannibal. And y'all, even though you might see my government name at the bottom, and people ain't supposed to know. But anyway, so hey, it's good. Y'all stay good. Take care of each other. And just be real with each other, man. Let's just be real. So y'all take it easy. Peace. Love y'all.
Peace. Be safe out
See
there.
y'all next
Love
week.
y'all.
Peace.
See you Monday.
Monday, 7 p.m.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out. Woo!
Lower.
Yo.